For our people, water is central to our spirituality, our culture. A lot of our towns or our communities are named after water.
Under Black Mesa is the Navajo Aquifer, so it's the sole source of drinking water in this whole region. It's prehistoric water. You can take it right from a stream and it's better and cleaner and healthier for you than bottled water.
When a spring isn't replenishing, it really has an impact on our spirituality and our way of life. A lot of our work for Black Mesa Water Coalition has been about how we protect our aquifer from companies like Peabody Coal Company. They still use about 1,400 acre-feet of water for their mining operations. We started to see the physical impacts. Springs were drying up.
Peabody was using Navajo's water for coal mining, which fed the generating station. It's called the Navajo Generating Station. It's on Navajo land. People assume that we own it, but we don't own it.
There's really not a lot of economic opportunities, especially in where our world is at today. If we really want to continue to live in our communities, at some point we have to show that it is possible. That's why just transition is important.
We are not about shutting down the mine, shutting down the plant, and losing all of these jobs. A just transition to me means we're intentional about ending the fossil fuel economy in a way that builds up an alternative economy that benefits our people.
We can transition. We can do it ourselves.
We're here at the Our Power Camp that we've hosted along with the Climate Justice Alliance.
We're here to come up with strategies to deal with the coal industry kind of across the whole sector.
We're going to be focused on 3 communities. We call it hotspots. Black Mesa here is the region that we've picked as one hotspot. The next gathering is going to be in Richmond, where they're dealing with oil refineries, and then in Detroit and other areas where they've been dealing with energy empires.
We have a strong focus on how can we bring in our Navajo people into the work that we're doing, and how can we get support from non-Navajo communities and organizations.
There's a lot of representation here at this gathering from Appalachia, Alaska, Powder River Basin, Black Mesa, Oakland, Detroit, Phoenix, Tucson. A lot of our communities are dealing with these extractive industries in our backyard, whether it's fracking, natural gas, coal development, coal mining, coal-fired power plants, oil refineries. We are dealing with the same corporations. We are dealing with the same policies, the energy policies.
We're all on the same page, but coming from a different location, different environment. The coal seems to be the main factor.
The company that destroyed my family history is basically the child of the company that is destroying their way of life out here.
Even though Michigan is not a producer of coal, we're a recipient of it, and our communities are still suffering as a result of the burning of the coal. So we're part of this coal family, so to speak. In
the Bay Area, we think we have a lot to learn from coal-impacted communities, being refinery-impacted communities.
If we come together, that just amplifies the message that just transition is so important for all of us.
We're going to need each other in developing strategies to make this economic transition real and to make it happen in the way that really truly benefits communities that are most impacted.
Green power! Green power! If gatherings like this and other conversations can bring us to the point where we can combine forces, then we can win.
The Navajo Generating Station powers the 300-mile canal from Lake Havasu area to Phoenix and Tucson. It's called the Central Arizona Project. They call it CAP. What our solution is that we can power CAP with solar.
All the lands on Black Mesa who have already gone through mining and are in various stages of reclamation and can't be used for anything else. Can't we put solar on those areas? There's existing transmission lines, there's existing infrastructure. And can we as Navajo people be owners of that? As the Climate Justice Alliance, we made a decision that whenever we get together, we have to throw down for what community that we're in. So what we want to do is we want to have a big action to educate people about what resources are being taken from here, what are the costs of this lifestyle that they live in southern Arizona. Also to push forward our idea that to move water through the cap to power the Southwest, it can be done with solar.
We're going to take a solar panel, a nice big one, and we're going to take our water barrels, and we're going to take our water pumps, and we're going to start pumping it back into our barrels using solar.
Something that was reinforced for me was that we don't have to just let things happen to us, and we have support from all over the country, and there's many communities that are just like us. We can work together.
The just transition to me looks like our communities having the ability to decide what kind of economy we want.
A transition toward a system that values human life,
where people can live healthy and safe.
There's a way that we can have well-being and thriving communities with meaningful work.
There are other ways to generate this electricity cleaner, safer, and more sustainably.
I think Arizonans would be happy with getting their electricity and their water from renewable energy. There can be power without pollution and energy without injustice.
The time is now. We're at a crossroads and continue on this business as usual path, or we can create solutions for our future generations.